Vincent Dawn, the late great Vincent Dawn, also known as Bruno Mattei, really was an Italian national treasure. I mean, you had Night of the Zombies, you had Rat's Night of Terror, Robo War, the list goes on. A lot of great movies. And Double Target is a suitably incoherent action movie that this amazing director made in the Philippines back in 1987. And the premise of this movie is fairly simple, but this wonderful director finds ways to make it unnecessarily complicated anyway, which is great. So we have a former commando called Bob Ross. No, not that Bob Ross. But this Bob Ross is searching for his son in Vietnam. But life is seldom that simple, of course. Bob Ross is tasked with uncovering the people responsible for deadly attacks on American and British personnel throughout Southeast Asia. Trailed by American and Russian agents, he also becomes a target himself. So violence, mayhem, pyrotechnics and other explosions ensue in this movie. And all of this makes it one reasonably entertaining yet wildly incoherent war/action movie. This movie's a bit of a pastiche of First Blood, Missing in Action, and Apocalypse Now. And Jaws for some reason, or at least the Italian interpretations of Jaws, I guess you'd say. The Jaws-inspired scenes really have no bearing on the rest of the movie, and they're quite perplexing, to say the least. But that's not to say that they aren't amazing, or don't deserve to be in there. Quite like the infamous shark versus zombie scene in Lucio Fulci's zombie opus, Zombie Flesh Eaters. But this one's different in that it's all either stock footage or rubber shark, but that's okay. Rumour has it that the inclusion of the shark in the film was at the insistence of Donald Pleasance, who plays a quirky senator in this movie. Apparently he never forgave Steven Spielberg for not hiring him for Jaws, and he was quoted as saying, "I mailed Steven a VHS of Double Target for his birthday." And he was so jealous by our high-quality shark and net effects, if you can believe that. So this one's incoherent, ill-conceived, ill-advised, but that, my friends, is what makes most of Bruno Mattei, aka Vincent Dawn's filmography so impressive. No A-list director has such a consistent track record of bringing such joy to their fans as Bruno Mattei, and it's almost impossible to experience a Bruno Mattei movie without grinning from ear to ear. I reckon this movie would make a great double bill with Chuck Norris's Missing in Action, just to experience the yin and yang of Bruno Mattei and one of his inspirations. And I reckon something nice to enjoy with this one would be a crisp, fresh Vietnamese banh mi, washed down with a can of Coke, just to give that full immersive Indochina experience. There's a bit of weird social commentary in this one, a lot of it to do with anti-smoking sentiments, which were probably ahead of their time for the time. So a few bizarre scenes where characters are ridiculed for smoking or seen coughing uncontrollably due to smoking. So a little bit of odd social commentary there. But odd social commentary is what you'd expect from a Bruno Mattei movie. So this one comes highly recommended to Bruno Mattei fans. If you do enjoy Night of the Zombies or Robo War or Rat's Night of Terror, you're probably going to enjoy this film. As with most of Bruno Mattei's filmography, if you're not a big fan of Bruno Mattei, you're probably best to avoid this one because you're really not going to enjoy it at all. It's going to be like root canal surgery for you if you aren't a fan of this fantastic Italian auteur. But for those of you with a bit of taste and a bit of a sense of humour, you're going to have a good time with this one. And it is certainly worth seeking out for Bruno Mattei fans. So, Missing in Action, of course, is one of the most ripped-off movies of the 80s. We saw a lot of Italian knockoffs and American knockoffs. And imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. So, I guess Chuck Norris was quite flattered. But thanks for joining me for this review. If it's your first time here, or if you've been here before and you're enjoying what you're seeing, please like, share and subscribe. I try to upload about once a week, time permitting. More often if I'm motivated, but we'll see what happens. And once again, thanks for joining me here on Fulci Metal Jacket, and I look forward to seeing you next time.